McManus Cabernet Sauvignon is from the Lodi region of California, just east of San Francisco Bay. The Lodi region of California has been producing wines for over 150 years and shares the same climate as Italy. The Lodi region is also larger than Napa and Sonoma combined. This McManus Cabernet Sauvignon is family-owned for 30 years. Has flavors of raspberry, black cherries, and toasted oak. The finish is lingering licorice and vanilla with light spice and is perfect with this dish. Blackened steak with a red wine reduction sauce. It's important to preheat your skillet over medium-high heat for at least 1 minute. And then we'll add our oil and swirl the coat. We're going to season our steak with some kosher salt and some fresh cracked pepper. And we'll add our steak to the hot skillet. We're cooking ribeyes today. Now it's important that you don't touch that steak for at least 2 minutes. You want to get a good caramelization on there. That's where that flavor comes in. Let's give it a turn. Oh, that's what we're looking for. Beautiful caramelization. Now that we've seared the steak on the second side for about 2 minutes, we'll lower the heat to medium-low and we'll turn every minute or so until it's done to your liking. The best way to tell is to use a meat thermometer, instant read. And if you like a medium rare steak, it's 130 degrees internal temperature. Well, now that our steak is done to our liking, we'll remove it to a plate and we're going to set it aside to rest, which is very important. The meat has to rest for at least 5 minutes. In the meantime, let's make our sauce. Now use the same pan we used for the steak as you want to get that fond on the bottom of the pan to come up into our sauce. We'll give it a pat, remove some of that oil, leaving some behind, which we're going to use to sweat our shallot. Sweating it, we're not browning it, we're just going to sweat it for maybe 15-30 seconds to bring out those flavors. And we're going to add our McManus Cabernet Sauvignon. About 3/4 cup. Then when you're reducing your red wine, you have to add a contrast, which would be either a red wine vinegar or you can even use what I'm using, a balsamic vinegar, about a teaspoon. And we'll use a whisk to get those brown bits from the bottom of the pan. Now that our wine is reduced, we'll add our butter and whisk it in. And we are ready to serve. Enjoy with the bold flavors of McManus Cabernet Sauvignon.